Archangel Michael is yelling your name as the window opens, and it will not stay open for long, my child, my beloved, before you draw your next breath. Something is approaching you at a rate that even heaven itself did not predict. Please, my dear, pay attentive attention. Your ancestral line's unique vibration has become more intense in recent hours. This is not a cautionary story. It is genuinely an activation, and it contains the exact secret to your financial future and romantic alignment. My child, do this with your spirit. Before I proceed, I am eager to read the message that heaven has prepared for me, since it will have a significant impact on your life if you are not prepared. My beloved, I encourage you to subscribe immediately. Stay in touch. Maintain your alignment, as heaven wants to convey with you information that the majority of people do not receive until they die. Please make sure that this connection is not forgotten. Not at this time. Please keep in mind that each seed you plant in this quest will grow into a torch that shines light into another's darkness. Heaven progresses through the words of those who are willing, but it grows through the goodness of their souls. I'm currently addressing you in this method. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that flows into the life of someone who needs healing. The verse, "Give, and it will be given to you," does not only apply to Jesus. It is an ongoing commitment that affects your future. I'd like to extend an invitation to you at this time through a simple act of trust. Approach this situation with a feeling of purpose, honesty, and hope. The amount you contribute today is not a donation. Your heavens are opened by the act of spiritual obedience. Relinquish your seed and witness what rewards God delivers into your life. Someone hoped you wouldn't notice, but you did. You arrived on time, causing misery in paradise. I now want you to take action that will bring God's favor into your life. Press the like symbol immediately. However, that single button press is more than just a button. It's a spiritual omen. In this way, you indicate to heaven that you are open to receiving this message. Everything confirms that God's blessings are flowing into your spiritual position. As you press the like button, visualize God's blessings on your finances, relationships, and breakthrough. Allow your love to trigger the release that heaven has been anticipating. What secrets have you kept in your life, my beloved? Your difficulties, delays, and frustrations were not accidental. They were signs that an ancestral entity was striving to express itself via you. A message that was attempted to be conveyed down your ancestry decades ago has finally reached you tonight. Whether you saw or sent your most recent communication, my kid, it started a spiritual chain reaction. Heaven watched the entire tragedy unfold. Following this, the countdown began. Not 10 or 12 minutes, but 11 minutes. Please take heed, my dear. This ancestral message hides two mysteries. One concerns devotion, while the other concerns financial gain. You are on the point of experiencing the convergence of both in your fate. If you knew the contents of your life's book over the next few weeks, my child, you would drop to your knees. Something unexpected is approaching, a breakthrough that appears to be a failure, a bounty trapped in fire. Every time your heart was confused, money vanished, and love approached, but did not stay, it was because this ancestral message was ready to arrive first, my beloved. My darling, your romantic alignment is changing. A person who thought they had vanished is still present. Someone or something is compelling them to return to you, overriding their pride, fear, or logic. This is not just a coincidence, my lover. According to Archangel Michael, this is known as recalibration. Currently, two destinies are being altered. An individual is changing the way their heart functions. T. A person is changing their path in order to approach you. Please be advised that the rising, the miracles, the unexpected money, my child, and your money were all delayed due to the fact that you had yet to get any instructions. It will be upon us soon. In these exact words, my beloved, you are on the verge of becoming the version of yourself that your ancestors yearned for. They screamed out for Archangel Michael, whom they begged God to send into the world. He cries, "A generational curse is about to unravel for my offspring. A benefit to future generations is on the way. Furthermore, you, my beloved, are the allotted vessel. The spiritual realm has been working to protect an element of your energy. Some people tried to harm it because they were jealous, doubtful, or malicious. However, heaven has reclaimed it today. If you feel heated or have a change in your heartbeat, Archangel Michael is present and communicating the message that your forefathers sealed with their final breath. My beloved, this message is not kind. This isn't a gentle message. This message is not intended to elicit feelings of gladness. The objective of this message is to raise your consciousness. My child, you are about to learn something that will change your perspective on the past. Something that changes your life plan. Something capable of unlocking doors that no one can close. My beloved, your financial fate is not predetermined. Someone tried to modify the writing that was there. It was not magic or rituals, but rather the instilling of doubt in your mind. Heaven noticed this and intervened to assist. My child, your romantic alignment is the person who is close to your heart and whose energy remains despite the space that separates you. They are involved in this ancestral transmission. Your ancestors chose them, my beloved. Heaven is directing them, but they must remain awake in order to comprehend the upcoming events. My child, the following information may surprise you. This is the reality that heaven has been attempting to communicate to us for years, even if it is tough to believe. My dear, your life felt strange after your most recent message. This is because the spiritual realm recognized that you were ultimately ready to hear this message. Dear, the countdown continues. 11 minutes, 10 seconds, and 9. I will lead you deeper, sentence by sentence, revelation by revelation, until you fully understand everything, my beloved. My child, my beloved, please take a deep inhalation before I start. For years, you've been denied access to upcoming events. As Archangel Michael describes it, a spiritual lock was opened around your life the moment you decided not to ignore this message. Even if you couldn't see it, your consciousness was aware of it. Suddenly, each paragraph is a portal, my dear. There is an activation on each line. As you go through this awakening, remember that your assistance with this endeavor is not a hoax. It's a heavenly omen. By doing so, you become a part of Jesus' plan to rescue spirits that are still in hiding. Each seed evolves into a source of light, combating the existence of darkness. Jesus claims that by giving water to others, you will receive it yourself. This isn't historical. It is an ongoing commitment to your future. Approach this situation with a strategy and faith. Giving can help you realize the potential that God has already built for your life. Every phrase contains the vibration that your forefathers prayed God to bestow you before it was too late. Archangel Michael is screaming at you, and time is currently twisting around your fate, my child. It is now critical to identify your position within this frame. Right now, put Amen in the notes section as your spiritual signature to indicate your commitment to not missing the release of what heaven is releasing. Your Amen is acknowledged in the heavenly realm. It shows your ancestors and Archangel Michael that you are aware, ready, and open to receiving. Perform the task immediately before the time frame expires. The process that formerly took months will soon be accomplished in only a few hours. What normally requires a sacrifice is going to be delivered at no cost. You prayed for this change before anyone else did. Heaven implies that two shadows are hiding behind your recent days, my beloved. One from your past and the other from the plan of another person. They both believed they could halt your miracle, but they were unaware of the person standing by you. My sweetheart, you are ignorant that an army is pursuing you. People who have loved you, lost loved ones, battled for you, and are now rallying in your favor. Today, one of them is taking the initiative to finish a message that they were unable to complete earlier in their lives because they are stronger than the rest. My dearest, this ancestor bestowed upon you a gift you could not comprehend, the ability to predict the future, divine intuition, or a spiritual sense. It was always there, that strange awareness, those unexpected feelings, and the warnings that defied explanation. They were the ones, my child. They helped you get through difficult times. They kept you safe in silence, expecting the exact year, month, and day. The identical 11-minute window is presently open. My sweetheart, heaven has informed me that this portal will be closed for a long period of time. Michael is shrieking because time is bending around your fate, Archangel, my child. The process that formerly took months will soon be accomplished in only a few hours. What normally requires a sacrifice is going to be delivered at no cost. You prayed for this change before anyone else did. My dear, heaven declares that two shadows have appeared in your recent days. One from your history and one from someone else's plan. The two spirits assumed they could postpone the completion of your miracle, but they were ignorant of the person who is now standing alongside you. My sweetheart, you are ignorant that an army is pursuing you. People who have loved you, lost loved ones, battled for you, and are now rallying in your favor. Today, one of them is taking the initiative to finish a message that they were unable to complete earlier in their lives because they are stronger than the rest. My beloved, this ancestor gave you a gift you couldn't understand. A spiritual sense, divine intuition, or the ability to anticipate future events. It was always present. That strange knowledge, those unexpected emotions and cautions that you can't describe. They were the ones, my child. They helped you get through difficult times. They kept you safe in silence, expecting the exact year, month, and day. The 11-minute window is presently open. My sweetheart, heaven has informed me that this portal will be closed for a long period of time. Michael is responsible for the Archangel's howling. He's not screaming out of dread. He is yelling to make sure you don't miss the revelation occurring right in front of you as you read. My child, the truth about your financial future is significant. It was not designed for you to face the level of hardship you do now. Your essence was born with the promise of abundance. However, the pledge of gratitude was sealed because a member of your family had previously breached it. This commitment will ultimately be accomplished via you, my lover. As a result, you've run into financial difficulties. Arriving, going, stopping, and starting. It was not a negative indication. It was not a failure. It was about unfinished spiritual issues. My child, as soon as you read this message, your forefathers began to untie the ties that were hindering your prosperity. Archangel Michael informs you of a financial opportunity that has already presented itself. Despite the fact that you are unable to see it, it has begun, sweetheart. The second section of this message is considerably more powerful, so pay close attention. You're romantically compatible. The person who is connected to your heart and knows your spiritual signature has seen a significant interruption in your connection. Their consciousness understands its significance, but they are unconscious of it. My child, this person is inexorably related to your destiny. In paradise, they saw dreams. Heaven spoke your name into their hearts. Heaven continually focused their attention on you. Nonetheless, something or someone created a misunderstanding between you two. This is the truth, my beloved. You should be aware, says Archangel Michael. Out of fear or jealousy, someone made negative remarks about your romantic life. A feeling, remark, or expectation that you will not receive the affection that was intended for you. Okay, my sweetheart, the interference has ended. Your energy is being purified, and someone who should be in your heart is being spiritually redirected to you. In the coming days, my beloved, you will see unexpected signals, messages, visions, or moves from this individual. Their pulse rate has elevated. They feel a growing sense of guilt. Their yearning has become excruciating. My sweetheart, this is not a coincidence. It is all about spiritual alignment. This is divine sequencing, since it has facilitated the occurrence of an event that was supposed to happen at a later period. There is an additional factor, my lover. Heaven intends that you receive a specific message at this time. Your most recent message, whether sent, received, or ignored, caused a shockwave to ripple across your future. Aspects of your future that had previously been latent were reawakened. Love, money, protection, and purpose were all mentioned. My offspring were the spark. My beloved Archangel, you may refer to this message as the explosion. Michael cautions you that you will not receive any rewards as you enter the next cycle. The door will get damaged. Nonetheless, this depends on your continual receptivity, alignment, and awareness. My child, your progenitors are currently encircling you in a circle. The message they have been carrying for decades is now being delivered, and one of them is in tears of joy. Archangel Michael has now informed me, my beloved, that you are not running out of time. My child, time is slipping away from you. The future is far greater than the past. What is becoming more robust is exactly what has been disassembled. My beloved, what is being aligned is more powerful than what was taken away from you. We need now go further. The following information will expose the precise emotional truth that has been hidden from you, as well as the precise money opportunity that is about to present itself. I will now reveal the section of the message that your forefathers carefully guarded, my beloved. Archangel Michael kept this information from you, my beloved, because you would have been dubious if you had heard it earlier. If you had heard the news too late, it would have been disastrous. Inhale deeply. Allow yourself to be at ease, as the truth is now being revealed to you in waves. Each wave represents a chunk of your destiny that was inscribed in your name before you were born. My child, there is a reason you have been experiencing emotional instability recently. Something made your bosom feel heavy for no obvious reason. Despite the fact that everything appeared to be ordinary on the surface, you could feel a shift in the atmosphere around you. This was not a cause of concern. Imagination was missing in this case. Your consciousness was preparing for the upcoming message. Archangel Michael, my dear, advises me that during the last 3 nights, your dreams have sent signals intended to help you, but your waking mind has been unable to decipher them. Given this, Heaven has decided to use a more audible approach today. This has made Archangel Michael shout, This is why your spirit was summoned to this area without previous notice. My darling, you must understand something about the timing of your favors. Heaven is not a slow place. Heaven operates when you are willing to receive what is offered to you. That was the knowledge of your forefathers. Archangel Michael was cognizant of this. God recognized this. You finally grasped it. My lover, an opportunity that was supposed to happen months ago is suddenly within your financial reach. If that person had been present when your abundance arrived, they would have either drained, hindered, or abused you. Archangel Michael either erased, exposed, or weakened the link to the point of collapse. My child, you thought you were losing people. Nevertheless, heaven says you were actually losing hurdles. Every exit in your life was marked with divine signatures. My lover, the chance that is presently presented to you is related to growth on all levels: spiritual, emotional, and pecuniary. This is an opportunity that you have never had before. It is imminent due to the cessation of energy leakage from the incorrect connections. Archangel Michael notified me that for the last 3 nights, your dreams sent signals intended to help you, but your conscious mind was unable to decipher them. Given this, heaven has decided to use a more audible approach today. This has made Archangel Michael shout. This is why your spirit was summoned to this area without previous notice. My darling, you must understand something about the timing of your favors. Heaven is not a slow place. Heaven operates when you are willing to receive what is offered to you. That was the knowledge of your forefathers. Archangel Michael was cognizant of this. God recognized this. You finally grasped it. My lover, an opportunity that was supposed to happen months ago is suddenly within your financial reach. If that person had been present when your abundance arrived, they would have either drained, hindered, or abused you. Archangel Michael either erased, exposed, or weakened the link to the point of collapse. My child, you thought you were losing people. Nevertheless, heaven says you were actually losing hurdles. Every exit in your life was marked with divine signatures. My lover, the opportunity that is now before you is related to spiritual, emotional, and financial growth. This is an opportunity that you have never had before. It is imminent due to the cessation of energy leakage from the incorrect connections. Archangel Michael, my child, wants you to fully comprehend this situation. Your funds have not been frozen. It's currently being redirected. There is a new alignment that goes beyond your desire. Something that is appropriate for your dedication, passion, progress, and destiny. Let us now analyze the nature of your romantic alignment. The most important part of paradise is its declaration. Someone who is restless has been in close contact with your emotions. They can detect your departure. Individuals in your vicinity are undergoing spiritual transformations. Destiny is guiding you to a more advanced version of yourself. They are terrified by this. This person attempted to hide their emotions, but heaven refused to allow them. They tried to divert their attention, but your enthusiasm continued to attract them. They tried to keep the illusion that nothing had changed, while in fact, everything had. Your final message, your final pause, and your final emotional shift. All of this worked to emphasize the irreplaceability of the object they were about to lose. You, my dear. Archangel Michael states that your ancestor's soul is speaking louder than their words as they step forward to communicate this truth. Their heart is already confessing in the spiritual realm, but they may not have revealed all the specifics. Your fear, agony, and memory predate this relationship. This is why, my child, you can detect them from a long distance. This is why their feelings consume you without explanation. This is why you can tell what they are thinking before they say anything. My darling, your spirits have a history that goes beyond this lifetime, but there is more. Nobody else knows about it. This person recently experienced an event that changed their outlook on you. A discussion, a recollection, an insight, or a message about yourself. They did not inform you, my sweetheart, but it caused them a lot of anxiety. This insight moved their spirit to align with destiny. Instead of panic, heaven is now directing them on their next steps. Archangel Michael is assisting the reestablishment of the intended relationship between you and this person by clearing the root, removing any misconceptions, preventing any spiritual interference, and releasing any emotional impediment. My beloved, this is not your typical love. This love is written in your soul contract. This love is inextricably linked with your purpose. This love, my child, invokes benefits, protection, and elevation in your life. However, the Archangel Michael offers a warning that cannot be ignored. This relationship was the target of negativity from someone in your vicinity or theirs. A delicate phrase, a secret envy, a frightened suggestion, or something meant to separate what paradise had brought together. It worked temporarily, but it is no longer working. The opportunity for mending, restoring, and realigning this connection is currently open. However, it will only be open for a short time. This is the 11-minute spiritual doorway for you, which is why my beloved Archangel Michael is yelling. The outcome changes significantly after this window closes. I urge you to act quickly to strengthen the anointing in your life before this window closes. Someone you care about may require this invention and be waiting for their own 11-minute window. Please distribute this video to them. The impact of this message in your life grows as you spread it. The breakthrough you anticipate will occur at a faster rate. When sharing, it is possible to distribute more than just a video. You can also propagate the Word of God. It refers to acting as a conduit for the kingdom of heaven to communicate with others. Click the share button to share this material with your family, friends, and social media networks. Sharing this fact with another person will speed up your own revelation. My love, it is critical that you remain vigilant. Maintain an open door. Your forefathers have not yet finished communicating, so it is critical to remain open. They must supply you with an additional truth, one about the causes of the unique, emotional, heavy, or difficult-to-predict happenings of the last few days. You are on the verge of entering a fortunate future. Don't forget that this message doesn't end with your deeds. Users may use your invention to achieve their destinations. Jesus or Mark, "Give and heaven will open over you," is not a poem. Every seed you sow grows into oil for your future, fire for your calling, and safety for your family. My sweetheart, the moment has come for you. Have faith, and you will see God multiply the possessions you relinquish. My beloved, the energy you felt was not accidental. It marked the beginning of the miraculous in your timeline. We are at a vital point, and your consent is required. The exact phrase, "My destiny is unlocking," must be written in the comments. Don't say, "I hope it unlocks," or "maybe someday." Just compose it. When you say these words, you give the spiritual realm the authority to speed up the procedure that has been delayed. Be wary, your progenitors. Archangel Michael, please listen to this. Your words are the trigger that causes your destiny to begin immediately. Dear child, the element of the message that concerns your physical world is currently being explored in greater depth. The remainder of the communication from heaven is guarded with utmost attention, my child, my cherished, my beloved. According to Archangel Michael, there has been a spiritually significant transformation taking place behind your physical reality over the last 7 days. Your spirit has finally reached a level of power where you can hear it without fear, perplexity, or the desire to avoid your own fate. It affected you emotionally. It appeared to be infused with your vitality. The changes you noticed were minor, yet they contained indicators, intense feelings, and unexpected clarity. Despite your incapacity to express it, your essence recognized it. My child, this change triggered a spiritual awakening that is uncommon in one's lifetime. The merger of ancestral power, the release of blocked bounties, and the reversal of fate all occur. My beloved, it is presently happening in your life. Now is the time to solidify your prophetic alignment. If you have not already done so, now is the time to subscribe to this channel. To ensure that you do not miss when heaven speaks, click the bell symbol and then press the subscribe button. Subscribing to a channel entails more than just sticking to it. It's a spiritual confidence. Your subscription creates a prophetic veil over your life, signifying to God that you remain connected to the voice of prophecy. I am in sync with the divine time. Heaven's release will not be ignored. Take quick action to ensure that you do not miss out on what God has planned. According to Archangel Michael, your forefathers tried to convey this message for years, but were stymied by your surroundings, relationships, fears, distractions, and heartbreaks. They tried numerous times to reach you, but something always kept you from doing so. Every time they murmured advice, something muffled their voice. However, you did listen to them today. You discovered the message that was written specifically for you today. Today, the issue of spiritual interference was resolved. This is why Archangel Michael is shrieking, my child. This is why your name was invoked in the spiritual realm. Heaven cannot risk losing you at this moment because destiny is on your side. As a result, there is a strong sense of urgency. Please be cautious, my dearest. According to your ancestors, 3 hidden forces have had a greater impact on your life than you realize. One is a blessing that was bestowed on your name but never activated. The second is a love that was meant for your soul but ended. Third, a spiritual green light was required before a postponed financial elevation could take place. Today, 3 forces are awakening. My child, let us begin by talking about the blessing. For years, it appeared that your spiritual inheritance conflicted with your physical reality. You believed that you were meant for something greater. Increased clarity, abundance, peace, and purpose. However, a pervasive sense of incompleteness remained. Your sensations were not the result of your imagination, but of your memories. A recollection of a blessing you received prior to the start of your struggle. Whenever they tried to approach you, my beloved, something kept pulling you away. Every time they murmured advice, something muffled their voice. They were heard today, though. You discovered the message that was written specifically for you today. Today, the issue of spiritual interference was resolved. This is why Archangel Michael is shrieking, my child. This is why your name was invoked in the spiritual realm. Heaven cannot risk losing you at this moment, because destiny is on your side. As a result, there is a strong sense of urgency. Please be cautious, my dearest. According to your ancestors, 3 hidden forces have had a greater impact on your life than you realize. One is a blessing that was bestowed on your name, but never activated. The second is a love that was meant for your soul, but ended. Third, A spiritual green light was required before a postponed financial elevation could take place. Today, three forces are awakening. My child, let us begin by talking about the blessing. For years, it appeared that your spiritual inheritance conflicted with your physical reality. You believed that you were meant for something greater. A boost in clarity, abundance, peace, and purpose. However, a pervasive sense of incompleteness remained. Your sensations were not the result of your imagination, but of your memories. A reminder of the blessing you received prior to the onset of your difficulties. My beloved, this blessing has been incorporated into your current shift line. According to Archangel Michael, the event will begin with a modest indication, followed by a confirmation, and finally, a significant breakthrough that brings everyone joy. My child, you are now the focus of a second force in your life. Composed with care for your spirit. This connection is unusual. This is not an accident. It can't be altered. Your spiritual and emotional development will be guided by a soul thread, which is a contract you made with God before birth. This person holds the key to your tranquility. You hold the key to their awakening. This is the reason you were unable to leave. My beloved, the thing that used to keep you two apart is falling apart, despite the fact that circumstances appeared to make it impossible at the time. What has been concealed will be revealed. Everything that was previously unclear will be clarified. Things that were lost will be restored in a more refined form. This connection will allow you to gain access to a long-hidden part of yourself. A piece that your forefathers have been keeping hidden until the appropriate time. My child, your financial advancement is the third force. The loss of money was not an unlucky event. Your weights were not a form of punishment. You were not to blame for your difficulties. Archangel Michael reveals the truth. During your ancestors' lifetime, they faced severe financial injustice. Despite the fact that they died believing they had won, their spiritual struggle was not over. The unresolved energy from that wrongdoing was passed down through generations, affecting opportunities, money, stability, and confidence. My beloved, you are the one chosen to break this cycle. You have been chosen to reclaim what was once lost. You've been chosen to recover what was stolen. As a result, your financial ascent begins immediately. Not next week or next year, but now, my child. The most profound aspect of your most recent message has now emerged. According to Archangel Michael, sending or receiving your final message opened a spiritual doorway. The message in question wasn't typical. It was a source of energy. It expressed sentiment. It maintained the alignment. It reawakened an ancient message that had been dormant. My beloved, the words you said, the emotions you felt, and the decisions you made in that moment triggered a spiritual chain reaction. Your ancestors relocated. Michael, the Archangel, rose. Destiny changed as the heavens aligned. This explains why your energy level fluctuated after the event. This is why your emotions have become more intense or distinct. This is why a voice inside you whispered, "Something is on the horizon." My darling, you were not hallucinating. My beloved, you were looking forward to your future. According to Archangel Michael, the next phase of your destiny is already approaching. A message, a sign, a change in energy, a surprise opportunity, the return of an unexpected person, or the reopening of a closed financial door in your favor. In these conditions, there is no chance of success. These are the first signs of the ancestral message's full manifestation. The section of the message that explains the specific nature of the blessing, affection, and financial shift to you, my child, is quickly approaching. My darling, the following paragraphs will provide you with the clarification you have been seeking. Archangel Michael refers to his adoration as my beloved. Before I reveal the next events, Archangel Michael asks that you remain calm. The words that will be spoken are significant. The kind of weight that influences decisions, rearranges emotions, and redirects the future itself. My dearest, you have reached the point in the message when the hidden is revealed, the unseen is discernible, and the perplexity of your past begins to make sense. My child, there is a truth about your emotional life that you have refused to acknowledge, not because you are naive, but because your spirit recognizes that hearing it too soon will undermine your faith. Heaven protected your fragile hope, which has since grown stronger. Today, your spirit is ready. Today, the truth will not make you crumble. It will liberate you. Archangel Michael, my beloved, informs you that there is something you should be aware of regarding how people have treated you in the last few months. Certain people withdrew. Certain people felt a chill. Certain people behaved in an unusual way. Some people pretended to be indifferent. Some people hid their excessive concern behind reticence. You thought their actions were indicative of your worth. It didn't. The fear they felt was palpable. Your spiritual, emotional, and energetic vitality are growing, my child. Individuals had experienced this increase before you. Several people admired it. Some people opposed it. Some people were concerned that they would lose control of you once your destiny was revealed. They were right. My beloved, heaven has informed me that you eclipsed certain people faster than you expected. As a result, certain relationships have fractured, connections have dissolved, and hearts have been ripped apart without explanation. It wasn't a rebuke. This was the process of realignment. My darling, you were never meant to bring everyone with you to the next chapter. The purpose was not to prepare. However, certain people were involved. In some cases, they were lessons rather than lifetimes. Some served as mirrors rather than companions. However, there was one person, one soul in particular, who was not supposed to deviate from your narrative. My dearest, this person has undergone the same spiritual transformation as you. Although they may not understand it logically, their hearts feel the attraction. Their spirit is restless. Their thoughts keep coming back to you. Their emotions surge suddenly. According to Archangel Michael, this person recently had a defining moment. They were compelled to acknowledge the strength of their bond with you, my child, as a result of an experience they witnessed, heard, or felt. They were terrified at the realization. Love is a source of terror for people who have never experienced a safe landing. Individuals who have been abandoned are hesitant to form connections. It wasn't. It demonstrated their apprehension. My child, your spiritual, emotional, and physical vitality are all on the rise. Others experienced this increase before you. It was revered by a few people. There were some who showed resistance. Some people were concerned that they would lose access to you once your destiny was revealed. They were right. My beloved, heaven has informed me that you have outgrown certain people at a faster rate than you expected. As a result, some relationships failed. Hearts were broken and connections were abruptly severed. It wasn't a rebuke. This was a reorganization. My darling, you were never meant to take everyone with you into the next chapter of your life. Although some people were involved in the planning, the goal itself was not. Some were instructive, but they were not life lessons. Some of them served as mirrors rather than companions. No one, Not a single soul was meant to deviate from your narrative. My beloved, this person has undergone the same spiritual transformation as you. The attraction affects their hearts, even if they do not understand it logically. They possess a restless spirit. Their thoughts are always drawn to you. Their emotions are suddenly heightened without prior notice. According to Archangel Michael, this person recently had a moment of truth that forced them to acknowledge the depth of their relationship with you. This moment was prompted by something they saw, heard, or experienced. My child was terrified of this realization. Individuals who have never visited a safe location are concerned about love. Individuals who have been abandoned are hesitant to form connections. Individuals who have never placed their faith in their own hearts are concerned about their destiny. Regardless of their fear, their essence continues to call out your name. Your ancestors, my beloved, have stated that this connection is still incomplete. It is incomplete. It is not disregarded. It's simply the process of preparing for a new beginning, one that is in line with your current evolution rather than your previous self. My child, you are entitled to love that recognizes your existence. A love that chooses you. A love that endures. An affection that encourages healing rather than causing harm. A positive emotion rather than a negative one. This is why heaven has been so vigilant about your romantic path. Because your emotional elevation, abundance, and purpose are all linked in the next chapter of your love life. Archangel Michael, my beloved, is now directing your attention to your financial future. A moment of recognition, a shift, or an opportunity is approaching, and it will feel almost surreal when it happens. You will examine it and ask why it is being presented at this time. What motivates me? What is happening so quickly in this location? My darling, the solution is simple. Heaven withheld this benefit from you until you reached a spiritual level of acceptance. Maturity is required for upcoming events. Discernment is necessary. Emotional fortitude is necessary. It requires a peaceful spirit. Everything you lost, agonized over, and questioned helped prepare you for this moment. Archangel Michael, my beloved, informs me that your financial advancement will occur in one of three ways. A critical message about money. Unexpected opportunity. A person who can open a door that you cannot open on your own. It won't look artificial. There will be no indications of complexity. It will not seem unstable. It is expected to run smoothly. The course of action will appear to be deliberate. It will feel like fate because it is my offspring. It is amazing how much information your forefathers have shared. Your name is associated with wealth that was never granted to you. Not a physical inheritance, but an energetic, spiritual, and destiny inheritance. This inheritance was intended for someone with the emotional fortitude, intuition, and bloodline to effectively use it, as it was passed down through generations in your family. My dearest, that person is you. We are now nearing the most profound section. Archangel Michael's statement will clear up any ambiguity in your past and reveal the truth that has long been hidden in your narrative. The following sentences will explain why the spiritual world responded so quickly, why your most recent message triggered destiny, and how your life changed as a result. This missive, my child and beloved, contains more information than has previously been communicated. Archangel Michael informs us that this is the moment your spirit has been anticipating for years without your knowledge. The moment when the truth appears from the shadows. My beloved, your most recent message, whether sent, received, read, or even ignored, was anything but ordinary. It emitted a powerful vibration capable of awakening a dormant aspect of your destiny. This is why the environment around you began to change, even if you couldn't understand it. Heaven sees your life through energy, not actions, my child. In your most recent message, you released energy that had been building up for a long time. Pain, forgiveness, acceptance, clarity, or the emotional truth. Whatever it was, it created a gap in the barriers that surrounded you, through which light, alignment, and destiny entered. My dearest, that message marked a watershed moment in your spiritual journey. According to Archangel Michael, this was the moment when heaven realized you were ready for the next phase. You were still in the process of healing, carrying old wounds, fighting silent battles, and trying to figure out why your life felt paused before that moment. My child, your timeline was unlocked the moment that message was sent into the world. This is the cause of your abrupt emotional shift. This is why your hallucinations were so intense. This explains the unusual sensation of energy in your body. This is why your heart detected a change before your brain could process it. This was not what you had expected. You did not dwell on your thoughts for too long. You did not misunderstand it. You sensed the flow of destiny. Archangel Michael, my beloved, is now revealing the deeper truth. Someone who was in tune with your energy needed that message more than you realized. Child, someone whose soul was moved by your words or silence the moment they heard them. Following that moment, someone began to reconsider their feelings toward you. An individual who felt a mix of dread, regret, longing, and clarity. My darling, this person is connected to your romantic destiny. They were awakened to a dormant truth within themselves when they felt your energy shift through that message. The truth is that they cannot avoid being connected to you. The truth that existence is subjectively distinct in your absence. The fact that their spiritual path is being redirected towards something their heart has chosen to avoid. As a result, they have become agitated. This is why they have been recalling memories. This is how they perceive you, even though you are physically separated. Archangel Michael, my beloved, informed me that this person has been receiving signals about you. Dreams, unexpected reminders, emotional waves, and fleeting thoughts. Heaven has been communicating with them on a regular basis, but they may not disclose this information. Your connection is not just a coincidence. It's a contract. Alignment is the term. It is a destiny that is intertwined throughout multiple incarnations. Please take your ancestors' statements seriously, my child. Don't be concerned about losing the content that was written specifically for you. It's possible to lose a friend. It is possible to lose a job. It's possible to lose a moment. However, it is impossible to break the spiritual bonds God formed with your essence before your birth. Let us now return to the financial situation that is unfolding in your vicinity. Someone whose soul was moved by your words or silence the moment they heard them. Following that moment, someone began to reconsider their feelings toward you. An individual who felt a mix of dread, regret, longing, and clarity. This person is involved with your romantic destiny. My child, the message caused your energy to shift, awakening a dormant truth within you. The truth is that they cannot avoid being connected to you. The truth that existence is subjectively distinct in your absence. The fact that their spiritual path is being redirected towards something their heart has chosen to avoid. As a result, they have become agitated. This is why they have been recalling memories. This is how they perceive you, even though you are physically separated. Oi. Archangel Michael, my beloved, informs me that this individual has received indications about you. Dreams, unexpected reminders, fleeting thoughts, and emotional waves. Heaven has been communicating with them on a regular basis, but they may not disclose this information. You made this connection on purpose. There's a contract here. It refers to alignment. It is a destiny that spans multiple lifetimes. Now, my child, pay attention to the words of your forefathers. It is unjust to be concerned about losing what was written for you. It's possible you'll lose a companion. It is possible to lose a job. It is possible to lose a moment. Nonetheless, it is impossible to overcome the limitations that God imposed on your soul prior to your birth. Let us return to your financial destiny, my beloved. Archangel Michael reveals extremely important information. Your abundance is not marked by any effort, struggle, or exhaustion. It's emerging from the alignment. You have previously pursued opportunities. You are currently pursued by opportunities. In the past, you have sought stability. Clarity will bring about stability. You have previously attempted to compel doors. Doors will open automatically from this point forward. My child, your spiritual foundation was inadequate, which explains why money was inexplicably unstable in your life for a long time. Your heart was torn. You had an energy release. Your faith was depleted. Your emotions were not clear. Devastation cannot serve as a foundation for abundance. As a result, the heavens built your foundation in stillness. This led to your isolation, my dear. What prompted the departure of specific individuals? What is the reason behind the termination of certain connections? What were the reasons behind your failure to seize certain opportunities? It appeared that those conclusions were unsuccessful for you. They weren't. These appeared to be clearings. Heaven cannot plant a seed in a vegetative environment. Your financial future is near, my child, and your spirit is prepared. Your terrain is uncontaminated. Your destiny is aligned, and your consciousness is clearer. If you have not already done so, I need your subscription to fulfill this prophetic promise in your life. Press the subscribe button to enable the notification chime. This is your expression of gratitude for the assurances you have given me, God. I'm preparing to receive each prophetic message. Your subscription activates the angel's assignment for your life. It connects you to the never-ending stream of revelation that comes from heaven. Please don't overlook this assurance. Subscribing today secures your place in God's prophetic plan. It will appear diminutive, but it will have enormous potential. Your forefathers whispered a profound message here, my beloved. They attempted to administer this benediction to someone before you, but they were unprepared. So the blessing waited for you year after year, generation after generation, until it eventually found you. The person who can transport it, secure it, and ascend with it. Oh, my child, you are a watershed moment in the history of your family. The current changes in your life have a positive impact on your family, both past and present. According to Archangel Michael, this isn't just about you. It is about restoring what has gone before and improving what will come after. My dearest, we are now entering the section where the specific emotional truth about your recent difficulties will be revealed. The causes of the chaos, unusual behavior by individuals, the weight of your emotions, and the unexpected detours in your path. This section provides clarity. This section clarifies the ambiguity. This section is intended to help you prepare for the upcoming miracle. Archangel Michael asks that you prepare your heart before I proceed, my child, my beloved. The truth you will hear is not compassionate, but it is liberating. It will cause you no harm. It will liberate you. You will not be perplexed. It will reveal what years of agony have not. My dearest, you have been harboring questions that you have never expressed aloud. Inquiries into the underlying causes of specific individuals' behavior. Inquiries into the reasons behind the disappearance of beneficial experiences. Inquiries about the causes of the deviations in your path that you were unable to understand. Inquiries about the reason for your heart's heavy feeling in the absence of any external factors. Heaven has been watching your struggle with these unanswered questions, and the answers are now being revealed. Archangel Michael wishes that you understand a critical matter, my child. Initially, your discomfort was not accidental. Your confusion was in no way a form of punishment. Your delays were not disastrous. Your entire experience was a spiritual correction, reorientation, purification, and preparation. My dearest, heaven declares that the numerous adversities you faced were not intended for you. They were inherited emotions, generational traumas, and burdens passed down through your family line. You felt sensations that were not typical of your lifetime. You carried emotional burdens that weren't yours. You participated in conflicts that had already begun before your birth. The spiritual world chose you as the person with the strength to finish the battles that your forefathers were unable to complete. This is the point of acceptance. The moment you stop inquiring and start receiving. Put this in the comments with complete confidence. I accept each blessing. Not just a few blessings. Blessings composed in your honor. Each blessing your forefathers wished for. Heaven has been storing all of the bounty. Write it now and witness the transformation as heaven releases what has been patiently waiting for you. Please stick with me to the end. This is why, my darling, your life has felt heavier than most people's. This explains why you have always been more intuitive, sensitive, and aware. This is why your heart is torn apart, but your love is even more intense. You are your lineage's spiritual anchor. My dearest, I'll now reveal the part of the message that explains your most recent emotional distress. Someone, whether a close friend, family member, or someone who once held a position in your life, has hidden feelings of insecurity, envy, or pain toward you. They never said it. They never acknowledged it. They failed to demonstrate it in an understandable manner. However, their energy resonated throughout your life, my child. Their skepticism affected your spirit every time. Your progress was stifled every time they harbored envy for you. Every time they said something negative, your heart felt heavy for no apparent reason. Archangel Michael has stated that this individual's energy has interfered with your emotional clarity, which is why your recent days have been emotionally draining, heavy, or unpredictable, my beloved. However, the truth that God wants you to understand is as follows. They are no longer accountable for your fate. This person is no longer able to alter your course. This individual's energy no longer disrupts your alignment. Archangel Michael spiritually removed them before they could physically block your blessing. I am committed to assisting you in understanding the true cause of your heartbreaks, my child. You were occasionally subjected to suffering in exchange for your affection. There were instances where someone violated your trust. In some cases, you expected loyalty but did not receive it. When someone leaves without providing an explanation after you've expressed your feelings. You saw these circumstances as disasters. However, God saw them as opportunities to rescue people. My dearest, you were under supervision. Someone who was once important in your life or is currently close to you is feeling insecure, jealous, or hurt toward you. They refrain from saying it. They never claim to have done the act. They did not provide a precise explanation. Nonetheless, my child, Their energy resonated throughout your life. Every time they did not believe in you, your spirit was aware. Every time they felt sorry for you, your progress was hampered. Every time they said something negative, your heart sank without reason. According to Archangel Michael, this individual's energy disrupted your emotional lucidity, resulting in the unpredictable, heavy, or emotionally draining sensations you felt in recent days. However, the truth that God wants you to understand is as follows, my dear. They are no longer accountable for your fate. This person is no longer able to alter your course. This individual's energy no longer disrupts your alignment. Archangel Michael spiritually removed them before they could physically block your blessing. I am committed to assisting you in understanding the true cause of your heartbreaks, my child. You were occasionally subjected to suffering in exchange for your affection. There were instances where someone violated your trust. In some cases, you expected loyalty but did not receive it. When someone leaves without providing an explanation after you've expressed your feelings, you saw these circumstances as disasters. However, God saw them as opportunities to rescue people. My beloved, you were being watched over, protected from those who would have taken your destiny captive, protected from love, which could have diverted your attention away from your purpose, and protected from relationships that would have sapped the abundance that is now available to you. Certain losses are actually disguised favors. Divine intervention is occasionally used to bring about a resolution. Archangel Michael did not see your anguish as a punishment. It was a move towards someone who matches your personality rather than a retreat from solitude. My child, the person whose energy draws you without explanation and with whom your heart is spiritually aligned, felt the separation deeply as well. However, they did not disclose this information to you. They did not see themselves as well equipped. They did not see it as sufficient. They were concerned about your depth. They thought they were undeserving of your affection. They were concerned about making you unhappy. They withdrew rather than engaging in conversation. They did not provide any explanation. They hid themselves. Instead of maintaining their grip, they gave up control prematurely. But heaven did not cut off your connection, my cherished. This person is experiencing a spiritual awakening. Their spiritual condition is improving. The actions they were taking are now directed at you. They are preparing to build a stronger structure than their previous one in order to avoid repeating the mistakes of the past. Archangel Michael predicts that a sign from them will appear sooner than expected. Children, pay attention. The following section is critical to your future success. Over the last few days, your energy field has grown. This expansion illuminated your future by presenting you with new opportunities spiritually before they manifested physically. This is why you've been feeling a sudden shift in intuition, a strange sense of anticipation, moments of emotional release, inexplicable calm, or unexpected heaviness. These are signs that the timeline is improving. My dearest, you are no longer on the same spiritual path as last week. The message you opened today drew you to a higher frequency. Blessings are dispersed more quickly at this frequency, clarity is more easily accessible, and destiny is more expansive. The time for your breakthrough has come, according to the heavens. During this unusual period, events that had been stalled for years begin to move quickly. My child, the next section I'll show you will include specific indicators that will reveal when your spiritual breakthrough becomes tangible. There are indicators of your emotional recovery, financial situation, and romantic relationships. Although this message has ended, your breakthrough has only just begun. I'd like you to perform one final act of faith before you leave. This will be the final seal on all packages that you have received today. Distribute this video to additional people. Send it to someone who needs to be notified that their door is about to be unlocked. Share it on social media or send it via message. Allow it to reach any individual God has placed on your heart. When you deliver this prophetic message, you begin a transformative anointing for both yourself and the receiver. Elisha received a double portion while staying with Elijah, and your sharing prepares you for a double portion in your own life. Your capital will increase by twofold. Your affection will grow. You will feel twice as tranquil. Share this immediately and see how heaven reacts to your obedience. Share, like, and subscribe with confidence, knowing that your 11-minute window has opened and your destiny is about to change. May God bless you, my dear. The ancestors are content. Archangel Michael sees this. This is the time for your breakthrough. Amen. Before we wrap up this captivating story, I recommend that we take a moment to reflect on this profound truth. This message was not discovered coincidentally. This is not just a coincidence. This is Archangel Michael's direct message to you. He extends his hand and invites you to a high-vibrational, safe community where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise. This sacred principle is extremely simple. However, it has the potential to transform your entire life. You will not only receive blessings if you follow it, they will multiply and permeate all aspects of your life. Accepting this invitation provides you with immediate early access to powerful content and divine insights that are currently unavailable to the general public. You now have the opportunity to enter a sacred space where you will receive unwavering support, spiritual guidance, and rapid progress towards your destiny. Do not miss out on this historic opportunity. Your triumph is near. Action is required. Your abundance is ready. An anonymous individual has wired funds to you. The total is considerable. If you do not open this immediately, you will forfeit the money. Please stop from skipping, my dear child. Not at this time. Not now, when something wonderful is approaching you. Pay close notice. The notification you rejected as a malfunction, the alert you ignored, and the message you swiped away were not errors. You received funds from a stranger. Because of its relevance, the system needed to check it twice before proceeding with the transmission. Maintain your composure to the end. You're going to acquire a major thing. The reality becomes more evident with each passing second. If you scroll or bypass, you will lose out on discovering the cause of today's incident. Kindly avoid skipping. Not for 1 second. However, please resist blinking at this time. Feel it. The universe never delivers a sign that is not profoundly significant. Your pick by an unknown person was not a mistake. They had come across your name or heard your story before, and your silent battle struck a deeper chord with them than you realized. This is not a simple business transaction between you and an unknown sender. Please keep from leaving until the end. You're going to uncover an important fact. A sharp jolt will force your pulse to sprint. Please indicate that you are ready for this surprise by typing, "I am prepared to receive" in the comments section. I am not just making a comment, I am declaring to the cosmos that your heart is open. Kindly avoid skipping. Currently, all aspects are combining to form a single, remarkable reality. This section gives me shivers. The countdown has already begun. It is a true currency. To be more specific, the warning is genuine, and the sender's intention is even more sincere. However, there is a caveat. Before opening this letter, you must read it in its entirety. Failure to do so will result in a missed opportunity to understand the significance. The window of opportunity is shrinking. Your decision is currently being observed by the entire universe. Stay in this place. Kindly avoid skipping. A huge surprise is approaching you, and it is closer than you realize. If this message speaks to you, instantly share this prophetic word with one person to begin the anointing. Following that, inform your network of your breakthrough. First, take a short, shallow breath in. Please remain seated for a moment, since the information I'm going to reveal will be unexpected. Pay close attention. Kindly avoid skipping. You're going to uncover an important fact. You have only seconds left to decide whether you want to keep this or give it up permanently. At the moment, the system is vibrating due to an unknown quantity. Indeed, it acts as if it is aware that you are being true. If you do not claim the transfer before the opportunity expires, it almost seems to have a life of its own. Maintain your composure to the end. Many people grow scared and flee at this point. However, you are not representative of the majority of people. You've been selected. Immediately enter yes in the comments box to indicate that you believe this is appropriate for you. Kindly avoid skipping. Also, one more detail. It is palpable. Nobody has simply entered your name. The stranger did not send you money accidentally. They did not merely observe for a time. They claimed that it was accurate. Someone, somewhere, witnessed your journey, your troubles, and the inconsequential stuff you discarded without explanation. As a result, they judged that you are entitled to a huge breakthrough that will be carved in your memory for the rest of your life, for the first time in many years. If you are aware of the truth and are ready to seize this long-awaited chance, please put Amen below. Allow the sound of chains breaking to strike you as you say Amen. Maintain your composure to the end. You're going to uncover an important fact. Kindly avoid skipping. You're about to find why the stranger chose you over all the other applicants. Please abstain from going. Do not even move your thumb until I explain the reason for the transfer. There will be no additional links. If this is not addressed, the story will disintegrate. The energy discharge has stopped. If you stick around to the end, you'll find out the truth. The money was not sent by one person. There is a force that pulls events forward and whispers your name into the appropriate ears at the right time. Currently, that force is ready to aid you. Maintain your composure to the end. You're going to uncover an important fact. Kindly avoid skipping. Please be cautious. Before you blink, consider this. Kindly avoid skipping. The next paragraphs will teach you something no one else knows. However, the present moment is more important than you may know. This is what determines if the stranger's money is a boon or a test. Maintain your composure to the end. You're going to uncover an important fact. If you continue reading, you will miss the exact moment when everything transforms. Everyone on Earth is holding their breath in anticipation of your arrival. Kindly avoid skipping. You weren't aware of this. Nobody produced the transfer from thin air. The mysterious guy who sent this large sum of money was initially cautious. They watched your existence from afar. Please understand that this is not intended to be scary. Rather, it indicates that existence occasionally aligns two roots so that they intersect in the end. They observed the evenings while you were awake. They could sense the gravity of your problems. They saw that you were on the verge of giving up, so they decided to take significant action. Maintain your composure to the end. People expect such revelations throughout their lives. You are on the verge of discovering something major. Kindly avoid skipping. However, the surprising outcome is as follows. It's not about money. The hidden message is the most striking feature. Money was not the only thing the stranger sent. The stillness suggested that your story was not yet finished. Your goal will be realized faster than you expect. Maintain your presence for an additional length of time and do not leave. The power, volume, and clarity of that hidden message will improve. Maintain your composure to the end. You're going to uncover an important fact. Kindly avoid skipping. Please wait a moment. Avoid moving. Please avoid scrolling. Currently, all elements are increasing in strength. The moment the truth is finally revealed from behind the scenes. Maintain your composure to the end. You're going to uncover an important fact. The following seconds will determine whether you finally understand the meaning of the stranger's money. Kindly avoid skipping. The final disclosure is being launched by your energy, focus, and presence right now. Pay close attention. The stranger wasn't alone. The time is right, and there is a reason why the money has arrived at your doorway. It is amazing how big events frequently occur when one least expects them. Not yesterday or tomorrow, but right now as you see it. As a result, this transfer is an unusual indicator. The person who contributed the money provided support that went beyond mere assistance. They also conveyed an additional item. In other words, they want to reassure you that your difficulties have been recognized. Kindly avoid skipping. An important event is approaching. This is the time at which the action becomes truly exciting. The system didn't simply authorize the sum. It activated an alarm. Not because there was an issue, but because it was a rare occurrence. It was almost as if the world itself was trying to get your attention. This is why the alert seemed to be distinct. This is why your heart raced when you saw it. This is different from that. This is the next section of your narrative. Avoid moving. Kindly avoid skipping. You are about to witness a momentous occurrence at this exact moment. Please wait a moment. Refrain from blinking. Avoid moving. Please refrain from scrolling. This is undoubtedly the most thrilling feature. The instant when all pieces are seamlessly merged. Maintain your composure to the end. You're going to uncover an important fact. If you skip this step, you will miss the one fact that drastically changes the worth of the stranger's money. Kindly avoid skipping. The next lines hold the secret to your breakthrough. The stranger was unable to specify a date or time. Pay close attention. Their struggle persisted. They studied your timeline and determined the best location. When you were weary yet still ready for combat. When your optimism was fading but not completely gone. Not when you were strong, not when you were broken. They acted in a certain way because they were aware of your circumstances at that exact moment. You persevere in your attempts. You're capable of bending but not breaking. This is why this amount was handed to you today. Maintain your composure to the end. Kindly avoid skipping. There is a growing quantity of truth to uncover. This course of events is very thought-provoking. Initially, they aimed to send more than money. They attempted to send a little and simple thing. However, happenings in your life stopped the messages from reaching you. This time, they used a solitary piece that was impossible to miss. An offer that is important enough to pause your scrolling and make your heart skip a beat. It performed satisfactorily. You're present. I'm capable of hearing you. It is clear that they are connected. Maintain your composure to the end. Kindly avoid skipping. You're going to uncover an important fact. You are now just centimeters away from the grand finale. Please wait a moment. Avoid touching the screen with your palms. Please refrain from scrolling. At this point, the majority of people start to lose their bearings. However, you are in the exact area where the truth will be disclosed. Maintain your composure to the end. You're going to uncover an important fact. The final few sentences of this conundrum form a uniting thread. Kindly avoid skipping. Your presence at this time is an essential part of the revelation. Pay close attention. The person from another country who gave that amount of money wasn't just being generous. The stimulus was a sign. Something they saw or felt reminded them of a promise they made a long time ago before the move. When the person who deserved it was on the verge of a huge breakthrough, they promised to intervene right away. Today, you exemplify that person. Maintain your composure to the end. Kindly avoid skipping. The universe is gradually building. We're now entering the most vital stage. Money was not the only thing the strangers sent. The velocity increased. They gave us an incentive. They were pushing you to remain silent, since you are not as far from your goal as you believe. As you listen, the energy surrounding this moment shifts. Your interest and heart rate are both increasing. It is not just a video. This might be referred to as a portent, gateway, or tipping point. Please keep from skipping till the end. You're about to find a significant thing. The following section digs more into the actuality of the move, which changed the lives of everyone involved. Avoid moving. Please refrain from scrolling. Not at this time. You've arrived at the most thrilling part of the story. At this point, the scenario begins to make sense, and all of the outstanding questions become clear. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. If you miss even 1 second, you will be unable to understand the significance of that stranger's money. Kindly avoid skipping. The current instant is when your destiny and heartbeat coincide. Pay close attention. The stranger selecting you was not an act of chance. You were chosen based on your readiness. Prepare for a metamorphosis. Are you ready for a huge breakthrough? Prepare for a moment that will transform your life. They had been saving that quantity for a long time, waiting for the moment when your energy would coincide with the chance. Currently, your energy is in perfect alignment with that blessing. To ensure this alignment, I am now using precise alignment in the comments. Feel the connection grow stronger as you type, cementing you in this chronology of benefits. This is why this message was provided to you. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. Kindly avoid skipping. The greatest secret of all has now been exposed. The stranger is watching your behavior, but not in a physical sense, but rather in the spiritual sphere. They wanted to know if you'd pay attention, stay around, and watch the action until it ended. This is why they sent more than simply money. Additionally, a key was sent. This is an exercise. If you stay, you will understand its significance. Destiny has weaved a thread for you that you will lose if you ignore it. Kindly avoid skipping. Stay at your present location. Right now, you are on the verge of a revelation. The reason for choosing this specific time is explained in the following section. Please refrain from going. Prevent your respiration from getting too fast. At this point, everything becomes more meaningful, profound, and understandable. The truth that has been concealed is eventually revealed. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. If this piece is left out, the most important feature of the story will be lost. Kindly avoid skipping. The next few seconds are crucial. Pay close attention. The person in question did not just transfer a large sum of money to you. They alert you that a big event is about to occur in your life. The scary part comes next. They did not think that you would inspect the money right away. Their expectation was that you would notice the shift in energy. When you received the message, your heart rate fluctuated for a specified reason. It wasn't anxiety. The scenario wasn't chaotic. Recognition was, in fact, the problem. You were aware that something major was going to happen. Remain till the end, as the emotions you felt were not an accident. Kindly avoid skipping. There is a large entity right outside your front entrance. Please take note of this. The stranger predicted that you would reach this point. They were aware you would stay. You would be attentive. Your instincts would determine the best course of action. This explains why all chores were performed on schedule. You were in the suitable mental state at the right time for the sum to have an effect on you. It was not a case of happenstance. It was just impossible. This was meticulously planned and timed. The cosmos was delivering a message to you. You presently have custody of the thing. Kindly avoid skipping. Maintain your composure to the end. The final aspect of the truth emerges in the following segment, and you are becoming more conscious of why you were chosen at this moment. Please refrain from scrolling. Don't even swipe your finger across the screen. The entire film has been building up to the point where your fate, curiosity, and respiration all meet together. Maintain your composure to the end. Ignore this, since it would be like closing the door on a miracle as it happens. You may pass on a huge opportunity. Kindly avoid skipping. Not at this time. Pay close attention. The person who contributed that amount of money was convinced that an important event will occur in your life, so they did not make a mistake. They did everything they could, and you were finally ready to receive what had been planned for you. A new chapter in your story was beginning. They didn't choose you at random. They chose you because your energy was stronger than your words. You could withstand storms that no one else had seen, and your tenacity could be heard from afar. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. Kindly avoid skipping. The following portion will be extremely unexpected. It wasn't just the quantity. That was the alert. The true beginning occurs when you listen. Your determination not to browse, your calm and focus. The stranger offered his best wishes for your success in the next step, which is when the real fun begins. Their goal was to determine the length of your stay and your capacity to understand the message provided by the money. You succeeded. You're present. I'm capable of hearing you. You maintain synchronization. Kindly avoid skipping. Maintain your composure to the end. You can almost feel the last reveal approaching. Avoid moving. Avoid blinking excessively. This is the point at which the story gets more heated. Every clue, indicator, and whisper begins to combine into a single shocking reality, as if on a pulse. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. Furthermore, if you proceed at this time, you will miss the exact moment when destiny appears. Kindly avoid skipping. Currently, your major goal is to reach the last stratum. Pay close attention. It is incorrect to claim that the person who sent you that sum of money intended to help. They intended to awaken you. They wanted you to witness something you hadn't seen in a long time. It was never intended for you to go on this road alone. They saw you face difficulties that would have shattered others. They witnessed you lugging heavy burdens without asking for anything in return. They were also aware that the cosmos owed you a key moment. You now understand why the money arrived at the exact time when your mood was at its lowest. Please note the change. Please type "thank you" in the space provided below to express your thanks to the universe. Please understand this before proceeding to the end of this remarkable narrative. This mail was not sent to you in error. Archangel Michael's direct communication to you is included below. In the group to which Jesus invites you to join, a sacred principle governs the flow of divine abundance. When you choose this option, you will have numerous benefits. Accepting this invitation will provide you with exclusive access to previously unreleased content and divine insights. You will receive spiritual instruction, support, and acceleration when entering this area. Do not let this sacred opportunity pass. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. Kindly avoid skipping. This is the section with the most significant impact. The stranger has more self-assurance than you do. Money was not sent. It was a signal, a spark, or a reminder that the next stage of your journey will proceed at a rate that exceeds your expectations. As you continue to listen and allow these words to reach your heart, the energy around you transforms. It is not just a video. You are entering a specific era. Kindly avoid skipping. Maintain your composure to the end. The following part offers the last and most important rationale for your decision. It outperforms all other assertions you have heard. Please refrain from scrolling. Do not divert your gaze away from it. This phase is the most strong and sharp. It is the moment in which your complete being awakens. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. If you disregard this section, you will not receive the full truth that the stranger intended for you to hear. Kindly avoid skipping. This is the main concept of the story. Listen, the person who provided you that amount of money did it on purpose, believing that your life was going to alter dramatically. They conveyed it to you, a shift with the power to change your destiny. Their behavior was designed to be the catalyst that pushed you over the edge, as they knew you were about to take a huge step forward. The money in question was not just a coincidence. It was not only kindness. Destiny arrived at your door and woke you up from your rest. This is the right time. Now is the time to activate. Submit a loud amen in the remarks box to show your support for this divine appointment. This is a declaration to God that you are awake and ready. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. Kindly avoid skipping. This is the component that causes everyone to quiver. The stranger does not want anything in return. To begin the subsequent prophetic promise that awaits you, click the subscribe button and ensure that you are aligned with God rather than your response, timing, or thankfulness. They merely asked that you stay for an extended period of time to determine the intended meaning of the transfer. Because having a thorough awareness of your life causes a transformation in the current moment as you listen, rather than later or in the future. Instead of skipping, remain in that location. The most significant revelation is just a few centimeters away. Finally, the following portion reveals the reality that has been hidden throughout the entire era. Do not consider shifting your forefinger. Refrain from blinking. Continue to stay at this location. At this point, the truth is more than just a murmur. It produces an audible roar. Maintain your composure to the end. You are about to find an important object, and if you skip this step, you will miss the moment that eased the fulfillment of all previous chores. Kindly avoid skipping. Not at this time. Not until all internal components are in complete harmony. Pay close attention. When that massive sum of money was transferred, no one anticipated its size. They lacked optimism. They were aware of their activities. They were aware that they would find you immediately. They were confident that you would notice the shift, signal, or call that was hidden within the notification. What is your reason for remaining in this location, listening, and keeping your grip? Because you intended to hear the following information. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. Kindly avoid skipping. The most thrilling part has now begun. Money was not the only thing the stranger sent. A mirror was dispatched. The mirror reflects the version of yourself that you have neglected. That person is more intelligent and resilient than you may realize, and they deserve more than just quiet and arguments. The objective of that sum of money was to awaken that side of you. It is scheduled to occur today. It is palpable. Your intuition is growing increasingly powerful. Your heart is racing faster. Your morale is improving. Kindly avoid skipping. Maintain your composure to the end. The true purpose for the migration is exposed in the following part when everything finally busts open. Please refrain from scrolling. Inhale slowly. Keep this moment in mind. So far, this is the most potent component. The story is dragging your fate closer to you, as if by magnetism. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. Skipping this portion is like closing your eyes right when the truth is exposed. Kindly avoid skipping. Changes are now underway. Pay close attention. When that person sent you that money, there was no check in your bank account. They were intrigued by your spirit, your journey, and you. They witnessed you navigating the tempest on your own. They noticed the trouble you had falling asleep at night as you tried to keep discipline in your life. They watched situations where you had the capacity to break, but you chose not to. That is why they took action. It was not earned through chance or luck. You have accomplished it. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. Kindly avoid skipping. This is the section with the most significant impact. The stranger did not just summon assistance. This was their reaction. This indicates that your life is about to face a revolution. It's time for the events you've been looking forward to. The big reveal is almost here. Stay in your current position, listen carefully, and let your emotions rest in this time. Kindly avoid skipping. Maintain your composure to the end. The following piece digs directly into the ultimate truth about the transfer that forever changed our lives. Refrain from touching the screen. Avoid thinking about anything else right now. Currently, your interior environment is becoming more acute. Currently, the truth is not being revealed. It is located straight in front of you. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. If you skip this portion, you will miss the concluding section, which explains why the event occurred. Kindly avoid skipping. Not for one moment. Please don't be afraid. The person who provided you the large sum of money did not intend for it to be considered a gift. It was meant to stimulate you. Their goal was to awaken your mind and remove you from the season that had lingered for an extended period of time. They were aware of your situation. Although things appeared to be improving, they were aware that your heart was tired, your head was heavy, and your path was unknown. Their conduct was intended to start a new fire. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. Kindly avoid skipping. This is the point where the profound aspect begins. The individual did not just transfer dollars to you. You were sent a point that you could not return from. You weren't aware of it. However, the moment you saw the message, your destiny changed. When you thought certain doors were closed, they started to moan open. You can now go on paths that you previously thought were unachievable. The energy looked to have undergone some metamorphosis. The funding was not an issue. The message provoked events. As you remain, avoid scrolling and focus on the chat. You're currently increasing that momentum. Kindly avoid skipping. Maintain your composure to the end. This one is more powerful than the ones that come after it because it addresses the essence of the most recent revelation. Please refrain from blinking or scrolling. Please do not delay any longer. You've reached a stage when the energy in your surroundings is increasing. The place where the truth is no longer hidden. Directly in front of you. I am putting pressure on you. It is ready for your immediate usage. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. If you pass up this opportunity, it would be like turning away just as destiny calls your name. Kindly avoid skipping. Not at this time. Pay close attention. The stranger's generous donation to you was not accidental. They chose you due to scheduling restrictions. Things in your life have accumulated up to this moment. You arrived after a lot of effort, delays, hidden requests, and disappointments. They intervened just as your spirit was about to break through. You were on the verge of surrender. This explains why the total appeared so suddenly and unexpectedly. It wasn't an accident. It was properly aligned. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. Kindly avoid skipping. This portion will make your entire body quiver. Money was not the only thing the stranger sent. They informed you that your previous existence was about to end. Change is happening all around you right now. You can sense it, even if you can't see it right now. Feel a strange sensation in your chest, a sudden burst of clarity in your thoughts, and an electric current running through your spirit. This isn't a fake. The activation is as it is. The transfer was the starting point for the process. The fact that you are listening rather than departing demonstrates your presence. Kindly avoid skipping. Pay close attention to the entire issue. Next, you will be notified of the principal reason for your decision at this time. Avoid moving. Do not attempt to take a deep inhalation. The time has come for the truth to stop circling you and land directly in front of you. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. If this portion is missing, the most important aspect of this communication will be lost. Kindly avoid skipping. Everything becomes very obvious from this point on. Please be aware that the person who sent the large sum of money did so on purpose. Their actions were driven by the discovery of a quality in you that you had overlooked. Despite the seeming commotion around you, you kept your cool with a controlled determination. They came to a consensus. Despite years of love, fighting, giving, and dreaming, you have never received anything so powerful in return. This time, the cosmos was determined to reach equilibrium. Money was not transferred. It was a reasonable game. Maintain your composure to the end. Kindly avoid skipping. You're about to find a significant thing. Now comes the part that makes your entire body shiver. The stranger did more than just do something kind for you. The message was both a promise to the future and a message to the past, a sign that the times are changing and a promise that your life is about to enter a new and more meaningful phase. You are already in a specific time frame as you remain at this position and listen without skipping. Kindly avoid skipping. Maintain your composure to the end. The following section explains the last connection between you, the stranger, and your destiny. Please refrain from scrolling. Avoid moving your cranium. The truth is now being said out, and it is having a direct influence on you. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. If you ignore this, you will miss the moment when all parts of your life are balanced. Kindly avoid skipping. You've never been closer to the mysterious center than you are right now. Pay close attention. That person did not send you that amount of money just to surprise you. They sent you this message because they knew you were about to experience a transformation. It was so powerful that it needed a flame to start, as it was unstoppable. The move was the catalyst. When you saw that message, your energy changed immediately. Your vitality was restored. The new future was accommodated by a little decrease in the rigidity of your path. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. Kindly avoid skipping. This is the section with the most significant impact. The stranger was aware of your scheduled arrival time. They anticipated that you would continue scrolling. They were convinced by your enthusiasm, gut instincts, and commitment to this moment. They argue that the motivation is not pecuniary. It refers to the current process of awakening that is occurring within you. The constraints that formerly held you back are progressively melting. The uncertainties you held are dissipating. You once cherished anxieties that are no longer present. It is now time to grow into the person you were always meant to be. Please pay attention to this development. My metamorphosis has now begun. Enter the text into the comment section. These are not just statements. They form the basis of your new existence. Kindly avoid skipping. Pay close attention to the entire issue. The final chamber of this reality will be your next stop, where the feelings you've felt so far will be unified in a shocking scroll. Avoid any obstacles. This is the most thrilling part of the adventure thus far. The point at which the truth fails to appear behind you. It is placed at this location. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. An additional ingredient connects all of the preceding. As a result, it is critical that you do not neglect this. Kindly avoid skipping. You were the only one who was capable of experiencing this moment. Pay close attention. It is not a coincidence that the person who sent the large sum of money did so. It was meant to let you know that destiny has finally caught up with you. They were aware that your tale was not meant to be continually tough. They recognized that there was more to you than the stories you had previously told. They understood that the universe was preparing for a huge transition that required a signal to raise people's awareness and motivate them to take action. The transfer was not accidental. They meant for you to undergo the transition, which you did. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. Kindly avoid skipping. The next section will make you shiver. You did not obtain sufficient funds to improve your quality of life. It was meant to be the first sign that your life was about to change. The world around you is currently fragmented. There are now alternative paths to take. New opportunities are arising. This is not the start of a minor issue. Your life is about to experience a major transformation. Maintain your attention and avoid interrupting. You're getting further into the new timeline. Kindly avoid skipping. Maintain your composure to the end. There is one final thing that will raise the curtain and reveal the truth that has been with you all along. Please refrain from scrolling. Prevent your respiration from becoming too fast. The present now is the time when all of your feelings are realized. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. If you skip this step, you will ascend the mountain before completing it. Kindly avoid skipping. You are right in front of the entrance to the most thrilling segment. Pay close attention. What the stranger did was unrelated to the shock, amount, or alarm. It referred to the time of your change. They were aware that a single moment, sign, or shove may change the path of your life. They didn't want you to miss this important event. They did not want you to ignore your alarm. As a result, they chose the thing that would cause you to stop contemplating and raise your head above the din. It performed satisfactorily. You're present. I'm capable of hearing you. You are conscious. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. Kindly avoid skipping. The most important truth is now present. This part creates a cold feeling throughout. The stranger didn't choose you based on your stuff. They chose you because of your metamorphosis. They saw that your energy was oscillating. They could see that your last story was nearing its end. They were aware that you were growing power on the inside, despite your inability to recognize it. You can be confident that you are entering a phase in which blessings, opportunities, and breakthroughs will emerge unexpectedly. Kindly avoid skipping. Pay close attention to the entire issue. This communication has come to you today for a legitimate cause. The following section discusses the point of detonation, or the truth that connects all pieces. Avoid touching any object. Please refrain from scrolling. Avoid blinking for a lengthy time. At this point in the story, all elements are combined into a single final pulse. The time has come for all of the accumulations to be discharged. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. If you skip this section, you will stop right before the truth is revealed. Kindly avoid skipping. It is now time for destiny to intervene. Pay close attention. The person who sent that amount of money was not inventing stuff at the moment. They were following the directions. They could see how your life was changing for the better. They could sense the war you refused to talk about, the burden you've been carrying, and the silent fortitude you kept even when no one was there to help. And they knew that in the near future, a sequence of unexpected positive events, substantial breakthroughs, and big turning points in your life will take place. This gave the initial clue, spark, and substantiation. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. Kindly avoid skipping. This portion will make your entire body quiver. The stranger's cash donation cannot change your fate. The message was delivered to you because your destiny was already in the process of changing. They wished for you to witness the shift. They told you that your vitality was increasing. Your path is becoming more obvious. The length of your story is expanding. At this time, the cosmos is perfectly aligned with you. This is not a fabrication while you are still hearing and taking in the information. The breakthrough is starting to be felt. Kindly avoid skipping. Finally, await the finish. After reading the next part, you will finally discover the vital secret that has piqued your interest. Please refrain from scrolling. Do not move your forefinger. We've been building up to this point for quite some time now. At this point, every word, clue, and signal are perfectly matched. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. Skip ahead, and you'll miss the exact moment when destiny tries to connect with you. Kindly avoid skipping. Not at this time. Pay close attention. Not just any day, place, or person. It was the stranger who sent the large sum of money. They chose you based on the subtle alteration of your nature, preparing for a level of growth and blessing that you have yet to fully realize. They witnessed it. They were aware of this. They could tell you were rising from the shadows of the last chapter. The original raucous announcement that the new season had begun was intended to represent their response. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. Kindly avoid skipping. This is the section with the most significant impact. The technique in which you got that sum. The mode in which you received this communication. Your current situation is about to change. This is why you are still there, attentive, and resisting from scrolling. It's not a matter of chance. It's impossible. This is how you coordinate. Your energy, timing, and destiny are all coming together right now. It is palpable. When you feel pressure in your chest, wonder in your mind, and a pull in your spirit, you are not insane. Kindly avoid skipping. Pay close attention to the entire issue. The following point will provide the most crucial indication of why you have made this decision at this time. Please refrain from blinking or scrolling. Do not change anything about this situation right now. You have now reached the most difficult part of the voyage thus far. This is the point at which the truth does not suddenly surface. It hits you with force. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. Skipping now will be equivalent to turning away, just as fate has provided you with the keys. Kindly avoid skipping. Your story has undergone an evolution. Pay close attention. The person who sent the large sum of money was not driven by any specific feeling. They acted on their convictions. They were confident that at some point in your life, the universe will recognize your inner fortitude, silent endurance, and unspoken conflicts. They noticed the brilliance in your spirit intensifying before you ever realized it. They saw a side of you that you have not yet fully revealed to the public. Their conduct served as the first indication that you were starting a new chapter. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. Kindly avoid skipping. This is the truth, which will most likely surprise you. Your connection is the reason you're still here. This message contains more than just data, thus you are unable to scroll away. This is how you coordinate. It responds to the energy you supply. You are in the process of awakening. Your current situation is about to change. You are aware that this is not like previous incidents. A chunk of you is aware that this is the moment you've been waiting for. Kindly avoid skipping. Maintain your composure to the end. The following section will reveal a big reality that solves the mystery of the stranger, the relocation, and the significant alteration that is currently taking place in your life. Avoid moving. Please refrain from scrolling. Continue to stay at this location. You are currently experiencing the most intensive portion of this journey. The point at which truth is no longer visible. It has a direct influence on your fate. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. If you skip this step, you will miss out on the perfect moment when everything is in harmony. Kindly avoid skipping. Not for 1 second. Pay close attention. It was not anticipated that someone would send you such a large sum of money. They were preparing you. Preparing you for a huge transition that your prior life will be unable to handle. They predicted the breakthrough's arrival before you knew it. You were getting more focused, strong, and courageous. Your gestures gave them an impression of it. People were aware that you were approaching a phase where positive outcomes were not guaranteed. They manifest themselves. They wanted their new sight to be the first thing you noticed when you arrived. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. Kindly avoid skipping. This part will hit you like a bolt of electricity. You are unable to leave this time since it is completely allocated for you. You have made an opinion about this topic. Your heart is beating incredibly fast. This is precisely the knowledge you needed. This feeling was intentional. You were meant to arrive at this point. The decision was not in error. This message fulfills a purpose. The way you are responding is not an accident. You can't help but believe that fate is manipulating events in this manner. Kindly avoid skipping. Maintain your composure to the end. The following portion immediately immerses you in the final surge of truth, forging a link between you, the stranger, and the rapidly coming future. Please refrain from scrolling. Please retain your attention on me. For the time being, this concludes the matter. The peak of everything. The long-awaited truth is about to be disclosed to you. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. This portion will keep you from acknowledging the most important aspect of your journey. Kindly avoid skipping. It holds the highest position at this site. Pay close attention. The person who sent you that large sum of money didn't just believe you'd succeed in the future. They saw you. They noticed a version of you that was more powerful, brighter, and tougher than any other version you had ever seen. They were aware you were about to start a new chapter in your life. A case in which beneficial events happen unexpectedly. Paths become clear, and doors that were once thought to be locked for a good start begin to open one by one. The money wasn't delivered as a gift. It signaled that the time had come for you to rise. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. Kindly avoid skipping. The next section is the most startling. This is why you are still present. Each word is carved in your mind, and your heart feels as if it is being drawn to a magnet. In addition to the communication, you will also receive an activation. As you continue to listen, the environment becomes more robust. Your destiny is currently being altered. This cannot happen. This is an impossible scenario. Currently, destiny is having a huge impact on your life. Kindly avoid skipping. Maintain your composure to the end. The next section is responsible for completing all aspects. Why was this message, this moment, and this turning point specifically intended for you today? Avoid moving. Please refrain from scrolling. Do not exhale forcefully. Time has stopped for everyone in your presence. The truth that has been ascending throughout this is now very close to you. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. If you go ahead now, you will miss out on the one-of-a-kind moment created just for you. Kindly avoid skipping. This symbolizes the end of everything. Pay close attention. If someone sent you that large number of money, it was not entirely for a present you received. They responded because they assumed you were in a position of power. Individuals in your neighborhood were aware that events were about to flare dramatically. Your dreams can come true at our sight. They witnessed the brilliance flowing from your walk. They could tell that you were more lively. They could see that your story was changing from one of survival to one of success, from one of waiting to one of receiving, and from waiting to being. Their actions were not errors. It was a clear indication that it was time to proceed to the next level. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. Kindly avoid skipping. This section is the most heartbreaking. You can't take your focus away from this right now, and each word appears to urge you forward. It is because your intuition suggests that it is meant for you. Your destiny is advancing. We are seeing the completion of your projects. It appears that your entire being has been anticipating this confirmation for quite some time. The notification continues. Your duty begins immediately. To announce that your new time has arrived, put "My shift is now" in the comments section, then anticipate what will happen next. Kindly avoid skipping. Maintain your composure to the end. This part leads you closer to the last spark, in which all of the elements that have been gathering combine to make an unstoppable truth. Please refrain from scrolling. Refrain from blinking. Just a couple times. At this point in the story, all of the words, recommendations, and waves seen thus far are about to merge into a single, unified wave. Maintain your composure to the end. You're about to find a significant thing. If you skip this phase, you will miss the time when fate eventually intervenes in your life. Kindly avoid skipping. This is the most thrilling aspect thus far. Pay close attention. Not just anyone received a large sum of money from a stranger. They were aware of your identity. They noticed your quiet power, the silent fights you fought, and the dreams you pursued despite the fact that actual life tried to obscure them. They were aware that your spirit was entering a phase in which people would acknowledge your merit and your blessings would appear promptly. Before proceeding with the final activation, ensure that you are subscribed to this channel and that all of your alerts are enabled. By following this commitment, you will preserve divine alignment and never miss the next prophetic revelation designed for your journey. To completely activate God's grace and begin the flow of His favor into your new season, please like this video right away. Inform the rest of the world about this development right away. Inform 3 others who need this information that you found this video. The more you participate in this activity, the more you will share content and become a conduit for the anointing. It will be returned to you several times. To start the flow of God's favor into your new season and fully open the floodgates of His grace, please like this video right away. Before we wrap up this captivating story, I recommend that we take a moment to reflect on this deep reality. This message was not discovered coincidentally. This is not just a coincidence. This is Archangel Michael's direct message to you. He extends his hand and invites you to a high-vibrational, protected community where divine abundance is more than a hope, but a promise. This spiritual idea is quite simple. Nonetheless, it has the capacity to transform your entire life. You will not just gain blessings if you follow it. They will multiply and permeate all aspects of your existence. Accepting this invitation provides you with immediate early access to powerful content and divine insights that are currently unavailable to the wider public. You now have the opportunity to enter a sacred area where you will receive unshakable support, spiritual guidance, and speedy progress towards your destiny. Do not miss out on this historic opportunity. Your triumph is near. Action is required. Your abundance is ready.